Those of you who know me know the best car I've ever owned, despite all these kind of things. The best car I've ever owned was my Clio 197. It was the most fun car ever. I'd still have it. I genuinely think I'd still have it now if it didn't kill itself, pretty much. The engine lost compression. I don't think it did. I think it was the case of, because I had the exhaust and the intake on it, it just needed a remap to basically understand what was going on. But I had a ton of problems with that car. I sold it when the car was fine. The problems then came back, and the guy didn't have a great time with the car. He was blaming me, understandably so. It wasn't my fault, because as I said, when I sold the car, it was fine. He took it for a test drive. I wasn't trying to hide anything. Like, I've got my channel, I've got my Instagram. I can't hide stuff because it will come back to bite me. It's just unfortunate. If I could still own that car now, I would. Despite all the problems, I loved that car. It was so much fun to drive, and I think I'm still trying to find that now. Hence why I bought like a similar kind of car, like a light front wheel drive car, because they're just the kind of cars that I absolutely adore. Speaking of the 197, it came up for sale the other day, and my heart dropped a bit. I was like, wow, it does look cool. And obviously it still had like the front lip that I put on, the Renault Sport spoiler, the Miltech exhaust, little bits on the interior. It was literally exactly how the car left me, and it did get me thinking. And that was obviously before I bought the Polo. It got me thinking, is it worth me getting it? Is it worth me getting another one in general? People don't really understand the hype about the whole like French sport cars. Like, they're incredible, and I think until you've driven one or been driven in one, you cannot comment, because they are amazing. The way they handle, the way they drive, the way they look, is that controversial? They're just incredible, man. Still to this day, I've owned 18 cars. The 3 Clio Sports I've had were my favourite cars, and I stand by that. I don't know what it is about them, they're just incredible. So yeah, I'm in an iron about, should I buy the 197 back? But then it was twice the price that I sold it for, and yes, it's had a ton of work done to it, but it would always be in the back of my head. What if them problems came back? What if them problems came back? So I ended up not buying the car, but it really did get me thinking, and I was stuck on Auto Trader, I was stuck on Marketplace, trying to find like similar ones, maybe like a blue or a yellow one, just like a cooler colour. I'd love one, man. Like, even now, despite the fact I've just bought the Polo, I'd love another 197. They're incredible. I can't stress enough, if you've never been in one or like driven one, if you can, do it. They are absolutely amazing cars. The way they rev, they're like a little puppy dog. They're always just trying to have fun. I've never found that in any other car. It hasn't even got a turbo on it, and it feels quicker than the other cars because you can just stay in the power. I could go on about it all day. I will happily say the 197 is the best car, in my opinion, that I've ever owned, and I've got a fucking Golf R on the driveway. I stand by them, and yeah, when that advert came up, my heart did drop a bit, and I thought, oh, is it time? Is it a sign? But I ended up not taking the car. It was up for 4.5, to be fair. I paid 3, I sold it for 2, and now it's up for 4.5. So there's a few others of my car which are still up for sale. The 182's come back up for sale, the one that gave me all the problems. Fiesta ST3 sold the other day, and he keeps me updated because he found my channel through the car. So like, yeah, he still keeps me updated. There's just so many cars that I'd go back and own. The ST, I would like to own that again. I know I only sold it like a couple months back, but that was a really good car. All the Clio Sports, as I've said, I can't really think of any other cars that I'd love to own, to be honest. I think my heart is really with these like front wheel drive, light manual cars. They're just so much fun, and I'm hoping the Polo, because it's going like on a track project thing, whole rear is getting stripped out, it's getting more power, good suspension, it's gonna be sick. I'm hoping this gives me the kind of joy that the Clio once gave me. I know that sounds daft to say, but the Clio is like top of the top in my opinion, and I think the Polo will be good, so we will see how it does on the channel. I kind of did this video as like a mark point or like a checkpoint kind of thing to remember. I had a crossroads. I could have gone to the Clio or to the Polo. I chose the Polo, despite the Clio being the best car I've ever owned. So this is kind of me telling myself, don't give up on the Polo like you do with all the other cars. Stick through it, see what the car can bring for you and for the channel, and let's have a fun 2024 summer. So hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.